Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining me on this DiYChalkyFun Tuesday tip day. Today I'm going to be talking about stenciling. Hi, I'm Cindy, your Chalky & Company representative. Today I'm going to do a little pumpkin stencil, and I had this one out here to show you. I'm going to try some fancy stenciling on this one. I've got a nice plain background and my little teeny stencil here that I am going to do in multiple colors with the stencil. But first, what I really want to show you today is a little bit about our stencils. Our stencils are meant to be one-time use, and they come in three parts. They're like an Oreo cookie. There's the top cookie layer, there's the bottom cookie layer, and the creamy inside is your actual stencil. And so I always like to protect that stencil. So when I'm peeling off the back, you take the back off first. It is got the grid lines on it. And so I like to place the stencil on a flat surface, and you peel back gently the backing off of it, and it's going to reveal your stencil. Now, can you see how sometimes a little bit of it will want to stick to the backing, and you just take your finger or your nail there and rub that back down and gently peel that right off there, making sure everything sticks to the stencil part. All right, so there we go. We've got the stencil on there. Now the back part is sticky. I don't want to touch it anywhere near where the actual cutout is, because we want that to fit on the wood with a really tight seal. So I'm careful just to touch it along the outside edges there while I am placing this on here. Sometimes I measure when I'm putting on a stencil, and sometimes I just kind of eyeball it. I stuck down that corner. I think I want to move it down just a tad. I got it good from side to side. I think I wanted to move that down a little bit. Okay, that looks good to me. And I'm just going to gently press that down. If you have a larger stencil, a lot of times I like to press from the middle going out. That way, if there's any air bubbles in there, that is going to just push those right out gently. So somewhere along the way, I think I started that. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to peel off the top layer. And again, you want to, your stencil is flat here now on the wood, but sometimes it wants to pull up. I find if you use an old plastic card and you can kind of scooch that up, it helps to hold that flat and in place, and especially when you get to the frilly parts of it. So when you have words or when you have an intricate design, this is a really good tip. It just holds it down. This is a round stencil. If I have like a more rectangular stencil, oops, there's a little bit coming up. I'm just going to press that down a little bit more. There we go. I'll hold that down and in place. A little bit press down again, get that down. And the credit card just helps it hold in place. Now, if you're doing a rectangular word stencil, I like going at it at an angle. It seems to get the letters off with less of an issue. But of course, this is a round stencil. I actually cut this off of a different stencil and saved this part here. There we go. And then I could just press that down there. Everything looks good. There we go. There's my pumpkin stencil on there. And Now what I like to do is press down around the edges quite firmly, because when I go to paint that, I want that to have an extra firm seal against the wood, because the paint will not soak into the wood. You're actually building a layer up on the wood, and so if you get too much paint on there, then it seeps underneath and it doesn't give you a clean edge. So just by pressing that down really firmly around the edge will help with that. So there's a couple of quick stencil tips for you. I hope you found this helpful. Be sure to follow my DiYChalkyFun channel so that you never miss a Tuesday Tip Day information. And we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.